Adesuwa held the wedding invitation in her hands, her fingers trembling with anger. The bold golden letters mocked her. You are cordially invited to the wedding of Obinna and Eze. Was this some kind of joke? After everything he did to her, he still had the nerves to send her an invitation? Was he testing her? Did he think she would just sit back and watch him marrying her ex-best friend? For days, she couldn't sleep. A storm of emotion wrenched in her chest. Anger, pain, humiliation, but more than anything, she felt the bitter stink of betrayal. Mama Adesuwa noticed her daughter's distress for days and sat beside her one evening. My daughter, you have two choices. Carry this pain forever or let it go. But Mama, how can I let it go when they keep throwing it in my face? Mama sighed. Revenge is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. Choose peace, Adesuwa, you deserve better. Her mother's word rang in her head, but Adesuwa wasn't sure she was ready to forgive. The wedding day. The day of the wedding arrived. Lagos was buzzing about it. It was a big event. The wealthy Obinna was marrying the stunning Eze, and the guest list was full of high-profile names. Adesuwa told herself she wouldn't go, but as she sat in her shop, her hands shaking with suppressed emotions, she realized something. She needed closure. She needed to see them, face them, and prove to herself that she was stronger than her pains. So she dressed up, not in sadness, not in desperation, but in power. She wore a stunning deep red gown with makeup flawless, her confidence unshaken. If they wanted her to see their happiness, she would let them see her strength. When she arrived at the grand wedding venue, earth-turned whisper filled the air. Isn't that Adesuwa? She looks breathtaking. What is she doing here? Obinna's smile frozen when he saw her. Eze shifted uncomfortably, gripping his arm. Adesuwa walked past them without a word and took a seat at the back. She watched not with sadness, but with bold detachment. Then, just before the vows, something unexpected happened. A woman burst into the hall carrying a baby. Gasps filled the room. The woman marched straight to the altar, her voice shaking with fury. Obinna, are you really standing here about to marry another woman when you have a son? The entire hall fell into stunned silence. Eze's face turned white, almost spread like wildfire. The guests who had been celebrating moments ago now watched in shock. Obinna stammered, his face drenched in sweat. Bimpe, this is not the time. But the woman Bimpe was not done. She held up the baby, his resemblance to Obinna undeniable. She handed the baby over to the pastor. This is your child, Obinna. You lied to me. You lied to me just like you lied to her. She pointed at Eze, whose eyes were wide with horror. Eze turned to Obinna, her voice trembling. Tell me this is not true. Obinna was silent. The silence was all the answer she needed. Tears streamed down Eze's face as she gripped off her veil and threw it at him. You are a liar, a fraud. I gave up my best friend for you. And now I see the kind of man you truly are. The wedding was in ruins. Guests whispered, some even laughed. The shame was unbearable. Obinna tries to grab Eze's hand, but she yanked it away and ran out of the hall. Adesuwa, watching everything unfold, took a deep breath. The man who once broke her heart had now been publicly humiliated, not by her, but by his own deeds. For the first time in months, she felt light. The burden she carried, the pains, the betrayal, it was no longer hers to bear. She had survived and she had won. As she stepped out of the venue, she found Efe waiting for her. He had heard about the wedding drama and had come just in case she needed a friend. You see, he said with a smile, sometimes the universe fights our battles for us. Adesuwa looked at him, truly seeing him for the first time. Maybe love wasn't the problem. Maybe she had just given it to the wrong person.